It's the NFL Week 1 recap and reaction.
Woo! Week 1's here.
Oh, yes. So let's go over the games for you guys real quick. And then we're going to go ahead and go over how Rob and I did. Let's start off with Ravens at Chiefs. So Chiefs won 27-20, and that's one of the most crazy endings of a game. So for those who didn't get a chance to watch it, literally Lamar Jackson misses Zay Flowers for a very easy touchdown. Next throw, he hits, and the guy's got his toe barely out. I mean, you're talking like if he clipped his toenails the day before, it would have been a touchdown. Like that's how close we're talking here. I think it was Isaiah Likely, I remember, right? The tight end they got from Coastal Carolina.
I believe so. He had a great day.
Yeah, he was so close. It's not even funny. That would have sent the game into overtime, or it would have sent it into a 2-point conversion for the win, because they were originally calling it a touchdown, and the Ravens were putting the offense out there for a 2-point conversion. I mean, sometimes you just try to get offsides or whatever, you figure out what to do from there. But chances are we would have had a really exciting last play to the game. Instead, still a really exciting last play to the game, but yeah, a little bit crazy there. Then we got to go to Brazil.
Ooh.
Where they have amazing pão de queijo. I love pão. You ever have pão de queijo? I love pão de queijo. I'm probably not pronouncing it right. It's that cheese bread they make. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah. Anyway, Eagles win 34-29. The Packers basically just let Saquon score more points than he did for the Giants all last year. I felt like 3 touchdowns for Saquon in his debut.
I watched that game, and it's pretty much like the Packers want to lose that game.
Yeah.
You got the red zone twice the first 2 drives and just settled for 2 field goals.
Well, they didn't just lose the quarter. They lose the game. They lost their quarterback, who's now injured as well, going to be out for a while.
MCL 36 weeks.
A lot of Eagles fans also talking trash because of the touchdowns. Listen, guys, we said it from the get-go. Saquon's going to look good this year for him. It's when he's 30 years old and you're paying him $19 million. That's when he's not going to look good, because that's where the contract is scheduled. He's going to pay him. You're going to pay him when he's 30 years old, $19 million. Not going to go well. The blowout of the week here wasn't the Giants and the Vikings after all. It was the Saints 47, Panthers 10. Saints were literally up 33-3 at halftime. Woo.
Which are lacking.
I was wondering if Dave Canales was going to get fired by David Tepper there halfway through the freaking game. I was like, oh my God. Have you ever seen a coach with the record for quickest getting fired? Tepper. Yeah.
He don't care at all.
He's got that reputation. That's why nobody wanted the job. Dave Canales took it, and now he's got to teach a little kid to be a man.
Stilts.
We were probably second worst blowout, though. Vikings 28, Giants 6. Actual absolute embarrassment. Still embarrassed, still pissed off about it, just talking about it. If you want to hear more about it, episode yesterday, hour and a half, we got pretty much complaining about it. The biggest upset of the week, the Patriots 16, Bengals 10.
They were 8-point underdogs.
Yeah, that was the biggest spread in there. And how many how many pick'em leagues do you think were gone because everybody picked the Patriots to lose in that game?
Oh shit! Let me check.
Yeah, you know it. That's like, I guarantee you, like half the pick'ems are gone because that was the obvious one for most people to go with. Though I will always give people this advice. We didn't talk about this pre-hand, so but I would have said it still. I promise. You always get whoever's playing the worst team from the prior year, and that would have been the Saints and the Panthers this time. Because the worst team, they may be better, they can't be great overnight. It's not how the world works. Steelers 18, Falcons 10. So Justin Fields ended up playing instead of Wilson due to an injury. Wilson was listed as the emergency quarterback, the third quarterback that was not active for the game technically, unless 2 quarterbacks get injured ahead of him. Yet Russell Wilson was still on the sidelines in full pads and everything. That was just weird.
Ready to go.
Like, why are you doing? That's rad.
He was still on sidelines. Like, that's rad.
Now, the Falcons' offense just couldn't get anything going whatsoever. So that's what just saved the Steelers from bad quarterback play they had all around.
Yeah. Drake London got me on fantasy. So thanks a lot, bud.
Yeah. We talked about this game here being a fun game, and it definitely was a fun game. Texans 29, Colts 27. A really close game, like we said it was going to be. Divisional rivals, but in the end, Texans are a better roster. So, they're going to play them close. The Colts are because they play them so often. It's a good rivalry, but Texans are a better team. Almost an upset at certain points, that's for sure. It was the Cardinals and the Bills. Cardinals ended up losing. The Bills had 34, Cardinals 28, and Cardinals were leading for a good part of this game, even guys. This was like, whoa,
Yeah.
like what's going on over here? And then
Josh Allen, really
Allen,
slow start.
yeah, he just balled out, and the Bills pulled out a win there.
Yeah.
One of the most boring games of the week was probably one of those overhyped games of the week as well. Titans Bears. The Bears win 24-17, and Caleb Williams, guys, look bad.
Bad.
It's his first week. I'm not going to sit there and say the kid's done. He's crap. I still say that we said we didn't like him as much as everybody else, but one game. The defense and special teams, though, scored all the points. It wasn't even the offense. That's the scary part.
Like, but say they bailed them out.
Yeah, Caleb Williams did not look good at all. And honestly, a lot of it's almost like a Giants problem. Is their offensive line just looked horrible. Like that was not a you got to protect this kid. And I did think that was a little odd in the offseason. Like, let's go get more receivers. Like, why don't you get an offensive line and protect your quarterback? You already have DJ Moore, but they just, no, we're good. We're gonna keep on going there. He only had 93 yards and a quarterback rating at 55.7 of the game. Very Daniel Jones-esque kind of game for him. So,
yeah.
Dolphins 20, Jaguars 17 in a game that's definitely a little closer than we thought it'd be. The big news, though, wasn't even the game. It was Tyreek Hill getting detained by the police going into it. So did you see the video with the police yet? The badge cam came out just like an hour ago.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to look at it. I saw the video. I sent you the one video from the fan up inside.
Yeah, I saw it yesterday as well. So basically what happened is, I guess they didn't show him what he was doing to get pulled over, but they said later on he got pulled over for speeding. The cop went up to his window, went boop, boop, the window like they do when your window's up at that point. Especially he had like full on tints, like you couldn't see anything inside. So they go boop boop, and he rolled down the window to tell him to stop hitting his window basically, and put it right back up again. So there was definitely instigating this part. And listen, guys, I don't hide my distaste for him because of some of the things he's done, domestic violence and all the kind of stuff. Like he's not a good guy as far as I'm concerned. But what the cops did next is just absolutely insanity. They literally when he dropped his window down a little bit, the guy literally put his arm in, lifted up the door at the Lambeau door, lifted up the door, and yanked him out, put his knee right in his back, handcuffed him, then moved him over to the curb. When he wouldn't sit down, they literally hit him in the back of the knee at that point to make him sit down. Like, listen, guys.
He's the officer, the arresting officer is in a lot of trouble. I did see some articles about that coming out. That he's
I'm not suggesting that Tyreek Hill is 100% into the whole thing because the cop's just doing his job in the beginning. Like, put your window down. He asked you to put the window down. It's not hurting you in any way, shape, or form, and it makes them feel safe. Same as people say when you get pulled over, put your hand on the steering wheel, whatever, so they understand that something bad's going to happen to them. But dude, that's like you took it from like way farther than it had to go.
Turn it up to 11 real fast.
And what's the crazier part about this was like 1 block away from the game. Like, don't tell me you didn't know who this was.
Yeah. I have Tyreek Hill in 2 of my fantasy football leagues this year, and I saw that video come out this morning and went, 2 teams down the hill.
There's a lawsuit coming. They're telling you there's a lawsuit coming from that, and it's not unwarranted. That was excessive as hell. Again, he wasn't fully innocent because he just didn't do very simple things like keep his window down. But that is no excuse to drag a man out of the car like that. The way they did it, that was insanity. And they go to hit his knees, yelling, "I just had knee surgery! I just had knee surgery!" I don't think he says that on the football field, but that's a whole separate thing. It's like it's just like it was definitely excessive, And I was wondering what was going to come out of it because I was expecting that he was going to do something like he did. I didn't think the cops would go as far as they did in that. That's crazy, guys. That's crazy. Some guys are losing jobs. I guarantee you over that.
Oh, 100%.
And then they arrested Calais Campbell because he went out to go find out what's going on to see if he can help. And Calais Campbell is a guy who has like one of the best reputations in the NFL. Like former Walter Payton Man of the Year. Like You never hear a teammate talk bad about him, and he's played for a lot of teams, guys.
He gets around.
Yeah, like he's Jaguars, Ravens, Falcons last year. Didn't he start with the Broncos? I want to say.
Sounds about right.
I'm trying to remember. He's been in the league for 40 years now, so it's like trouble. I say that he's younger than I am. Arizona. That's what it was. Yeah, Arizona.
It was with Dan Marino.
He played 9 years with Arizona, which is most people's whole careers. And then there's 3 in Baltimore, 3 in Jacksonville. Oh, sorry, 3 in Jacksonville, 3 in Baltimore, and then Atlanta, and now Miami. But like I said, crazy scenario. More will be coming out of that. That's for sure. And it's sad we're talking more about this than the games. let's go back to the games. Anyway, Jaguars, like I said, kept it really close. Tyreek Hill had a huge touchdown in the game, which was the difference. As like I said, they won by a field goal.
And the touchdown
Seahawks 26, Broncos 20. Bo Nix looked really bad, and as Giants fans, we know we're very experts on bad quarterback play. That was bad quarterback play in that game, guys. Yeah, but overall, I mean, yeah, overall, that's again, rookie, trying not to lambast him too much there, but yeah, wasn't a fan to begin with either on that one. Chargers 22, Raiders 10. The Harbaugh era starts off with a win there. And you saw exactly what we talked about, lower scoring, not trying to go for the 30, 40 points kind of thing. They're going to be a different Chargers. This ain't your mama's Chargers here. Another really bad blowout here. Cowboys 33, Browns 17. And the question you got to ask yourself after the game is, were the Cowboys that good or were the Browns that bad? And it's probably a combo.
Is it the same defense of last year? For both,
the team, yeah.
Well, that's not one for the Browns.
Oh yeah, for the Browns, yeah. I mean, that's just we talked about it before. Like we're a little worried about starting a different quarterback with the Browns coming in week 3, but hell, maybe we should be so worried.
Yeah,
with the Giants, we should be worried. Next up, Buccaneers 37, Commanders 20. Baker, as we talked about before, Baker Mayfield threw for 4 touchdowns, and the Commanders literally made the look at all-pro. That's insanity. I don't think Baker Mayfield's ever done 4 touchdowns in a game. That's pretty crazy there. The Sunday night game, Lions 26, Rams 20. So very close game, but the Lions pulled it out in OT there. The current game going on right now, guys, is the 49ers and the Jets. They are at halftime as we're talking. The 49ers are up right now 16-7. So we'll see what happens, but that's, as of right now, still somewhat close there, but could get ugly really quickly if the way things are progressing there. Because the Niners just scored 13 points in the second quarter unanswered. So that's not good when that happens. Let's see how we did last week. Now, we still got to find out what's going to happen, obviously, with the game that's going on right now. So we'll give you guys 15 of the 16 that we got there. So we got, of the wins and the losses, straight up wins and the losses, I got 8. Rob, you got 10. You've got that one. Now, you and I both had the same 49er win. So there's nothing changing as far as that for us there at that point. But we're both guaranteed to be at least 50%. In week 1,
I'll take that.
We said week 1, we don't like to gamble. It's not a good week. You got to learn the teams first.
There's a few games, too, where we said El Paso.
Yeah, there's a few games, too, that we said way too large a spread, like the Bills and the Cardinals. I remember I was very adamant about that. I think you were as well. And, yeah, we were right on that one. So going against the spread here, you and I both did not do good this week, man. We did not do good at all. I got 6, you got 5. So, yeah. What interesting is I got the 49ers, you got the Jets in this game here, so I could try to salvage close to 50% here. But it's not good. That's not like us at all. We had much better usually. Yeah. Week 1, like I said, it's a rough week.
I had to do a double take. I was like, wait a minute. Did I really get that? That's not like me.
Yeah. On the over-unders. So I got 7, and you also have 7. So we're tied up there. Again, we have a difference this one here. I got the Jets. I got the over You got the under on this Jets and 49ers game going on. So that could be that's the tiebreaker for us on that one there.
I also got the Jets in the spread compared to you got the Niners.
Yes, that's what I said before. Yeah. So you can have a chance to tie me up there with that one. On the trifecta, so that means hitting on who wins the game, who beats the spread, and who gets the over-under. I got 3. You got a goose egg.
A goose egg.
So, yeah.
It's kind of hard when I don't get the spreads like I normally do. Damn.
Yeah, that's like I said, that's a rough week for us. That's probably been our worst week all of last year.
Yeah, hands down. I think the worst since we started doing this.
Yeah, so way to make people think we don't know what we're talking about. But again, this is why we always say, don't do it week 1. Find out what you got. Because I guarantee you, the further this goes along, the easier it gets to do because you understand the teams better. You understand what's going on better at that point. Year to year, things change in the NFL. So, but either way,
week to week, it changes.
It does. But either way, I let's see. You're up by 2. I'm up by. Hold on. You're up by 2. I'm up by the 1. So, I'm up by 2 right now. So we have a chance. You have a chance to tie it up, depending on what happens in this game. So we'll see what happens there. So obviously, those of y'all not watching it live will know what's going on because that'll be over by then.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.